Do not use ChatGPT to create line graphs if you want to work hard, because ChatGPT will create line graphs in moments. Check this out. It's testing season around the United States. That means that in the spring, usually starting in March, school districts will start state testing to see how students are doing, and it helps the teachers figure out what instruction they need to either change or improve in the coming year. Now, in the state of California, we use what is called the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. This is last year's scores for English language arts. We're going to use public data to create a line graph or a few line graphs. I have the prompt for you. If you need it, it's in the description. And remember, make sure you subscribe and then comment and let me know what I can do to support you using ChatGPT. Now, this is the English language arts assessment. We're going, and the math one, but we're going into the view details. So I'm going into view details. And at the bottom, you have area claims. And if you are interested, you can go to CAASPP results and look up your school or your district or your county or even the state data, and it'll give you very detailed information. But what it doesn't do very well is give you a picture view of the trends. Now, you have four sections here. You have reading, writing, listening, and research and inquiry. And in these four sections, you have above standard, near standard, and below standard. So we're going to separate those into three graphs. We're going to have an above standard with all four of these, and then we're going to have a near and then a below. And we're going to do this in ChatGPT. Now, I took a screenshot of this. We're going to upload it into ChatGPT. I'm going to use a very specific prompt. Now, you can do this with any data in your state if you want to. If you're curious and you're a teacher or a parent and you're like, not sure what school I want to send my child to, and I would love to see the trends and if they're improving over time, this is a great place to go. Now, if you're not sure how to find your state data, put something in the comment and I will help you find your state data. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to ChatGPT and I am going to upload this specific image, the same one that you saw in here. I just took a screenshot of it and then I'm going to add this prompt. And basically I'm asking it to create three line graphs. And the first one will have above, the second one will have near, and the last one will have below. And then we're going to, it'll show you the grade levels, and we're going to use the same colors as each one of these claims. All you have to do is select the arrow, and it'll take about 60 seconds. So we're going to fast forward. Here are the three graphs. Now, I showed you that you had above for each one of the claims. And reading is this color teal, writing is green, listening is a cobalt blue, and research and inquiry is orange. So you can see that for the state of California, there is a trend. You can see in teal and green, they look a little similar. So let's just kind of make it a little bit bigger here. It looks like reading, interestingly, for the state of California is about the same for third grade. You can see that there's a difference for fourth grade where reading or writing goes above reading in fifth grade, and that research and inquiry and reading is about the same. And then here, I just take a quick look at this. You can see there's a trend. Research and inquiry, reading and writing are higher than listening. You can also select this interactive button and hover over, and now you can see the percentage. If we go back to the static chart, you can't see the percentage, but if you want to see the percentage here, you can hover over and see it for that grade level. Now note that these are grade levels, even though they look like decimal points, but they tell you it's a grade level here. So if we minimize it, you can see that listening is higher in the near standard. This would bring I think that in a purposeful learning conversation with teachers, maybe site leaders, this would be an interesting conversation because I believe that many school districts live in the near standard for listening. And then, of course, you can open up the interactive one, you can hover over it, you can close that out. You can also come down to below and notice that, again, listening really doesn't live in the above and the below, but it lives in the near. And you can also see that there's a lot of students that either get the writing here, there are not very many here, or they don't. Now, notice that the scale is different for each one of the areas for above, near, and below. And that's because I wanted the scale to show you the trend. Now, you could do it at 100, but then it kind of brings all of the lines together. So you would want to shift to the scale if it didn't really show you what you wanted to see. And you can do this for any of the schools. So if you go back here and you're in the CAASPP results, just Google that, go back to the main page and you pick a school. So let's say we are picking a school, we'll just say ABC. I don't even know if there's an ABC school. There's an ABC school. So we'll select ABC school in Ontario. We could do the same thing. Well, that's really not a school. So we'll just say Pomona. Um, and because there's so many, I probably have to select one. So we'll just kind of just play around here, find a school, find a district, then find any school, and you can hit view selected results. It'll give you the selected results. Again, you want the right school year, select view details, and this one will only give you third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the total, which is fine. So you could do that for the area claims here too. So it doesn't matter what school. But I didn't want to use a school in the district that I work in because we play in our own data. You can play in your own data for the district. For now, if it's just high school and 11th grade, you won't really see a trend other than the points on the scale because it doesn't become a line graph. You already know what that would be on a graph in a bar graph. So you can see that trend here if it was 11th grade, for example. So you can live here and play around with the data. So I recommend that you grab the prompt and play with any data source. Now, if you need a different prompt, you're going to have to get a little creative and say, what kind of prompt could I use to create in line graph? So grab that data anywhere. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me how you're using ChatGPT, and if you try another platform like Gemini, Perplexity, or Claude, tell me if this works, because I really love ChatGPT because it does a great job with graphing and tables.